Today on Suncoast View, the unemployment rate on the Suncoast has gone down, but many residents are still without jobs. We'll talk about why the positions aren't being filled.
A Suncoast doctor was at a major conference this weekend at the statewide cannabis conference, and we'll ask Dr. Jenny on what she expects to happen next in medical marijuana.
It's the perfect time of year to relax on a lounge chair with a good book. We've got our Suncoast summer reading list. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
And welcome to the show, and a big welcome back to Will Luera. Welcome, Will.
Thank you very much, Joey. Hello, everyone.
Vacation.
Just back from vacation, hours
Every
back.
time you come on this show, you're just coming back from somewhere.
It's true. It's true. I do travel quite a bit.
And we're always still here. Yes. But I was a little nervous. I was afraid that Will wouldn't make it today because I didn't realize when we had booked him to host that he was literally landing last night.
Yes.
From overseas. Tell us where you went.
Yes, I went to. We went to Romania, to Greece, and to Istanbul,
And
Turkey.
with the whole family.
I took the whole
Will's
family.
lovely wife
Yep.
and two
Yeah. Also, like their faces are commonly seen on the Suncoast View. That's Olivia, Layla, and my wife Maria. That's us in the mountains of Romania.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was beautiful, beautiful national park. We also this is out of Bronze Castle, the castle that inspired the story of Dracula. Also
It's
in
so
Romania.
pretty for something that inspired Dracula.
This is on our way to Athens. We're getting ready to leave to Athens. It was right outside of the airplane. There's us in Athens. Yeah.
Oh, you made it.
We made it, yeah. It was nice and warm. And my youngest daughter, Layla, was fascinated with all of the sculptures and the statues. There's a video that I took of her giving us a Greek tour in gibberish Greek. And this is Olivia trying to find peace in the craziness of Athens.
I hope she found. Now, was it, you're the director of improv at Florida Studio Theater. Was this a work trip or pleasure or both?
It was a work trip. I was invited to teach in Athens for 5 days.
Oh, my.
So I went to go teach, but it also worked out perfectly schedule-wise for my wife and kids. So we said, you know what? Let's turn it a
Everybody
vacation.
come.
Yeah, let's all go.
Oh, you don't never forget those things.
Oh, no, and I mean, it was great. And the girls were, I mean, they're so used to traveling with us. Olivia now, I think this is her 12th, she's 7, it's her 12th country now. So she has a nice
She's doing better than me.
Yeah, so they're really good travelers, and they really enjoyed it.
Is
I love
improv
Facebook.
different?
Yeah.
I've been following him on Facebook on the whole vacation. I feel like I've been there.
I'm glad you enjoyed it also.
Linda, I hope you don't have the jet lag.
Yeah, right.
No, now I got to ask, is improv different over in Greece?
You know what? In general, I could go on about how all the continents are different. I would say European improvisation in general a lot more physical than American improvisation. American improvisation very talky, very joke wit driven. Okay, European very physical, caricatures really big. Yeah, so it was a lot of
nice.
I
fun.
would have thought the opposite. That's very interesting.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, clowning and mime, all of that originated in Europe, and so that still carries through in a lot of their performance.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
a lot of fun.
Well,
Will you
speaking
be
of
different when we see you next in improv?
I
Will
will
you be
probably be doing a lot more clowning and mime. Yes.
Yes, you'll bring it all in. Well, speaking of, I know it's a month away, but tickets are going fast. Tell us about the Sarasota Improv Festival.
Sarasota Improv Festival, July 13th through the 15th. This is our biggest one yet. We are welcoming Blank the Musical. This is a improvised musical that ran off Broadway for a few months. It's an improvised Broadway musical. I mean, everything is for the first time and the only time. The lyrics, the melodies, everything. And we're welcoming, speaking of international, we're welcoming a group from Mexico. They're going to be performing 2 nights, one show in English, one show in Spanish. And a lot of the usual faces that a lot of our friends and patrons have come to expect. Improv Boston, North Coast, Big Bang, the available cup holders, they'll all be back again.
It's so
Well,
great.
I'm
How many
excited.
years?
This is the 9th one, so next year's the big one.
Wow.
Next is the 10th one.
Oh, it's exciting.
Really, like, it just seems like it was yesterday when you guys started it.
I know, right? I mean, it's just flying by. And you know what? That's actually what brought me to Sarasota, was the Sarasota Improv Festival. I started to come here just to perform at the festival, fell in love with the city, and now I'm here with all of you.
It's a great example of how arts are bringing everyone. All right, well, we're excited, and I hope we get to a sneak preview of the festival like we have in years past.
Definitely.
Speaking of sneak preview, we have a familiar face in the kitchen. We've got Chef Josh from Fins at Sharky's. What are we making today?
We're going to make a couple items off of our new SS menu that's coming out probably in a week and a half.
SS, for those not in the know, Savor
Is a
Sarasota.
Savor Sarasota.
Yes.
It turns into a Savor Summer menu for us. But some of those dishes I wanted to go for first, second, and third course, so everybody gets to see a little bit about what we're about. So we'll have a pork belly appetizer. We'll do our tequila shrimp with saffron chorizo rice, and we'll finish with the chocolate peanut butter mousse.
Ooh, sounds good.
You had us at chocolate peanut butter mousse. Well, we can't wait to join you later on. And I know Savor Sarasota, we were saying a lot of the restaurants stop this month. But yes, but it's so great that many continue. So we're excited. All right, this might spoil your appetite for Savor Sarasota, but you know, we like to celebrate every strange calendar holiday. Today is National Beef Jerky Day.
That's
flower.
And to
Beef
celebrate,
jerky?
yes, it is a bouquet
Of beef jerky?
in the shape, yes, made from beef jerky.
I like this.
Wow.
I'm glad you do. I think you might be in the minority.
Really make me hungry.
It's an odd.
I could smell it from here.
I can too.
Just like flowers.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Yes, so this is from the National Cattlemen's Beef Association. If you'd like to try a flower, please
try
do. Linda?
So
That's okay.
Will,
where do
may I
I
tempt
eat
you?
from?
Would you like one,
I
Will?
would take
Will,
it, yes.
It's all edible, so there you go. Also not a bad idea for
like
Father's
jerky.
Day.
I like beef jerky, but that's a little.
Well, I hope I wake up in bed to a bouquet of these on Sunday.
A bouquet of beef jerky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you don't have to water it, so and if you plant it in the ground, you will get a beef
This
tree.
is probably the only plant that I will not kill.
There you go. Perfect. Well, Beth, we found one for you. So it's Beef Jerky Day. So anybody you love, you know where you
Give
can
them
get
a flower.
a lovely bouquet.
Wow.
Well, it is time for our first hot topic. The jobless rate here on the Suncoast continues to shrink. In fact, at just over 3%, the area is nearing what experts refer to as full employment. Yet career centers say thousands of residents are still actively looking for work, and employers report difficulty filling job vacancies. Experts say this is a mismatch of jobs and skills and the existing labor force here on the Suncoast. So what do you think? They're saying that the unemployment rate is down, but why do you think the disconnect?
Well, I think they're only saying the unemployment rate is down is because there's not that many people per capita looking for jobs because we have a lot of retirees.
That's
a lot
true.
of retirees aren't necessarily going back in the market. They're trying to get out of the job market. So I think that's what they're looking at, but there are many people that are looking for jobs that can't find them.
Yeah, and many people have jobs, like jobs that are service jobs, and they're really looking for something more in their field, but they've got to work while they look. So they are employed, yes, but they're not employed by the job in their field.
That's a great point. So they might not be in their career, and so they still don't count. I did see that our area is one of the highest in hospitality, growing jobs in hospitality. If you look around, it makes sense. We have hotels and restaurants popping up all over. But can you afford to make a living here on the Suncoast in those jobs?
No, because
not
we
many
have
of them.
very high-cost housing, very expensive place to live, and yet very low income. So we need those high-tech jobs. But I look in the job wanted places, and I don't qualify for those jobs. You know, they want like a doctor's degree in special areas like computer science and things like that, and I have a degree in art.
Is there anything we should know? You're looking in the job.
Yeah, are you going somewhere like
It
that?
just interests me. You know, I've moved so many times with my husband. This is my 12th station I've worked at. So I'm always thinking, where do people get jobs? How do people get jobs? And I don't see any jobs out there I could get. I'm not qualified.
Well, you know, and I think that's part of the issue. I think that a lot of times when you go to school, you don't necessarily think of what the market is needing. And now a lot of jobs are very tech-driven and things like that. So it makes sense that people are looking for those kind of jobs, and you know, those who are graduating need to focus in those areas.
So
But-
maybe if you're in the middle of your college career, look at what people are looking for,
Yeah.
because they're going to be looking for something different in about 3 or 4 years.
That's true.
So it's not a thing that's going to last. It's always changing.
And Will, you came from the Boston area. You know, how does the Suncoast rate as far as hospitality jobs or careers?
I mean, for what I was looking for, it was perfect. And actually, you know, we had the opposite problem in Boston. Lots of tech opportunities, not as many full-time arts opportunities, right? And so I was working in the tech world for about 17 years, and I had to move out to follow my career in the arts. And thankfully, this area was supporting it.
Well, we're
But
glad
no
we
regrets.
have.
No regrets, none at all. No, look at me.
Gotta
Look at where
follow
I'm
your
at.
dreams.
Yes. Well, maybe these job troubles will change with the next generation. Many millennials appear to be making different job choices than prior generations, choosing trade jobs over corporate, even with a college degree. There's a resurgence in jobs in craft brewing, furniture making. These jobs require a tangible skill or craft, and they allow millennials to be social and interactive. Experts say if you love what you do and you're willing to work for it, you're going to make money no matter what. It's a nice thought.
I don't know
Sounds
about
nice
that.
and
That's
fortune
not true.
cookie.
I don't really believe
That is not
Yeah.
true.
If you have something you love, I think you should go for that and get another job maybe to support it. But you can, and then you work more and more. If it's furniture making, you're going to be fine. But there are other jobs that may never support you, but they can certainly be your passion, and your life can revolve around them.
I mean, I'm all for following our dreams, but let's not be unrealistic. You know, you're not going to say, hey, my goal is to make teddy bears and I'm going to become wealthy off that. You know, that you need to always be able to support your habit. So if you're going to have a job where the habit is making teddy bears, how are you going to pay your mortgage?
Well, there have been articles coming out over the last several years that people aren't learning trades anymore. So carpenters and electricians, plumbers,
And those are in
there's
demand.
huge vacancies
Yes.
in there, and a lot of money to be made.
And rewarding, because when you're doing something with your hands, you see the difference you make. And so many jobs, I think that's why people are so unhappy. Their jobs, they don't ever see any difference they're making in
It's
there.
almost the hamster wheel effect
Yeah,
of working in a corporate
I mean, but some
job.
people are also happy just because they're doing something they want. You know, you don't have to be extremely wealthy. As long as you
Yeah.
find a level of love in the job that you're doing, then, you know, then that's fine.
I remember working in an office in college, and somebody with a very high up position said, I just want to make pizzas. And I said, why? And she said, because the pizza maker doesn't lay awake in bed the night before worrying about the pizzas they're going to make. And I
Yeah.
thought, I get it. You know, that's where some of the job anxiety comes from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Pursuing a college degree online might be convenient for people who can study from home, but not showing up to an actual classroom, it might not be for everybody. A study from the Brookings Institute states that students who are the least prepared for traditional classes end up doing the worst in online classes. However, top students seem to have no difference in performance, whether in class or online. Online courses also are associated with higher dropout rates. However, some still argue that online classes are important for some students who just have no better availability time or just don't have the opportunity to learn in a classroom. Who's taken an online course?
I have.
How do you find?
It was hard. So when I went back to get my meteorology degree, half of it had to be done online because it was out of Mississippi State. So part of the problem with me was I would get online, get distracted, and never actually do the work. And or I'll fall asleep, or you know, or I'll start surfing the web and shopping instead of doing the actual online course. So it took a lot more discipline than it was for me to just go to a real actual classroom, and that was hard. Like, yeah.
You know, I bet one reason there's a dropout rate, we get so much more from classes
Yes.
because you get personal relationships, you start bonding with the people around you and wonder how they did, and there's a camaraderie that you don't get all by yourself with a computer.
Inside
you
your
keep
bedroom.
Going, inside your bedroom.
Yeah,
go to
virtual
sleep.
classrooms aren't the same, and you do lose that interaction of raising your hand or hearing someone else ask a question. There's just that delay that sometimes leads.
Or just like for me, my attention span just was not there. Like once you have me in the classroom, I'll pay attention because it's happening. But you'll have me in my bedroom and I'm doing like 10 different things. I'm turning on the TV, I'm doing this. At
Making
the end
dinner.
Of the, at the end of the course, I'm like, I don't know what just happened.
You know, and I think the main thing in success of any kind is to show up.
Yeah.
Whether it's improv or online courses or work, if you're there, you've made your first step. You've got a chance.
Yeah, I guess.
And if you don't have to show up at any particular time online, I would keep putting it off and putting it off.
Or you'd have to be like me, you'd have to watch the course again. Like I would literally have to watch one course 4 or 5 times. And it took, you know, just for me to pay attention to get all of the information.
You'd have been better off going to the
I would have been better
actual
off.
classroom.
Yeah.
I did an online class, and you know, I know it is a big appeal for people who either work multiple jobs or have children and can't. But if an in-classroom class is 6 hours, you still have to devote 6 hours to an online course, and that's where I just fell apart. I couldn't manage my time.
And for me, one of the most important parts of education, I think we already spoke to this,
12.
was the camaraderie. I mean, being able to work with a classmate, the teamwork, not just listening to the content, but working with each other. And you lose that.
I think it makes it easier too when you have all those things.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what real jobs are all about. in most cases, working with other people, getting along with other people. So,
but a lot of times it's just a means to an end. You know, I couldn't just pick up and quit my job because one of the reasons I was getting the meteorology degree is because I was working as a weather person. So I couldn't just say, oh, I'm just going to leave my job and move to Mississippi State. You know,
yeah,
come on, you know,
you might not have gotten a job like that again.
Yeah. So you know, you sometimes you just have to do what you have to do.
I'm sorry, I just love that during this conversation, Will is diving into his beef jerky. Okay, well, if you're looking for another Father's Day gift idea, one lucky bidder will get to really be like Mike at a record-setting price for one-of-a-kind pair of sneakers. The last remaining pair of Michael Jordan's amateur-era sneakers, that pair was bought for more than $190,000.
What a waste of money.
It is.
Someone else's old shoes. This is the highest price on record for sneakers used in-game. And some are saying it still proves that no one has an equal to Michael Jordan in the sports world. So this would not be on your shopping list?
I hope that money went to underprivileged kids who want to play basketball.
Probably not. But you can't say that because, you know, right now there isn't anyone. But what if LeBron wins this championship?
It's true. So if you have an old pair of someone's sneakers, that's going to be
in 10 years, we might talk about LeBron James shoes like this.
That's a good argument for hoarding.
I still won't want them.
I don't want your old shoes.
I don't care what he does.
All right, well, we're going to argue about shoes, and we're going to have you check in with our happy hour forecast. And when we come back, Dr. Jenny will report on a big conference happened this weekend.
Good afternoon. I'm here with your afternoon forecast. To say we're looking at some pretty decent weather today, although it's very warm as well. Here's a look at what's going on right now with our happy hour forecast. Currently, we have some mid to upper level clouds still streaming in, but temperatures still manage to get to 91 degrees now. The heat index at 98 if you factor in the dew point, and winds are out of the east northeast at 7 now. The pressure 30.04 inches. That's high, but it looks like it's just a surface high pressure ridge. We got a disturbance out there in the Gulf of Mexico. You can see a lot of deep convection developing down to our south into Charlotte Harbor near Punta Gorda, heading off toward Port Charlotte and Inglewood. You'll also get some of that rainfall as well in just about an hour from now. Northport, you're in the clear currently, but as far as the rain goes, clouds are down there in Northport. Mayaca City, some showers there, and one lone storm just to the west of Wauchula. You can see that area of disturbed weather, a lot of moisture still around in the Gulf of Mexico, so we can anticipate a pretty good chance for showers and storms over the next couple of days. Details on all that coming up at 5. See you then.
There are big announcements expected this week for medical marijuana in Florida. Governor Scott says he absolutely intends to sign the bill passed Friday by the state Senate to make voters' decision to make medical marijuana legal in Florida. And a Suncoast medical expert is at the forefront of that movement. Dr. Jenny Wilkins from Age Vital Pharmacy has spent the last month presenting at cannabis conferences, and she's here to explain what we can expect in the state. All right, Jenny. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Another conference this weekend that just happened, and now you're hearing that finally after we voted on something, now it could be a reality.
Oh, it's so exciting. Like, I seriously, when I heard on Friday, because I got that letter actually 2 weeks before everybody got it, you know, I was included in it with a bunch of senators, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't stand it. This is gonna happen. Yeah.
So what does that
children.
mean?
It just means that now people, you know, that are chronically ill are gonna have access to real medicine, not just all of the Band-Aids for boo-boos. You know how much I hate polypharma because it's, you know, toxic psychiatry. Our children are being prescribed, and even our adults are being prescribed Adderall, Ritalin, Vyvanse, Trazodone, Xanax, Prozac, Valium, all of these things that don't belong in our body, that damages the prefrontal cortex of the brain, damages the basal ganglia, induces bipolar
Words
disorder.
that I don't know.
Right, yeah.
Can we dispel kind of the you know, what it isn't? So this is not giving street marijuana to kids.
And that's not what you want. You don't want, you know, you're not going to give a joint to a 2-year-old. You're not going to give a joint to a horse or a cat, and you have really sick animals as well. When you're talking about medicinal cannabis, and I don't like the term marijuana, I think it's so ugly, you know, that's the street name. Those are for the, you know, the 4% of the population that just want an excuse just to get high. This is not a get high, you know, sing kumbaya, my lord, and then all let's just, you know, like that.
It's not a hippie moment.
Right, it's not a hippie moment. This is for real chronically ill people, you know, doing real delivery mechanisms, pharmaceutical grade, having pharmacists and chemists and doctors be it, you know, are the ones that are creating the products that are involved. So it's metered dose, and then the delivery mechanisms are going to be controlled so people know exactly what they're taking, and the ratios are going to be, you know, perfect, because you can't control, you know, a joint. You don't know how many milligrams you're getting out of that and what the life metabolism is going to be. So it's going to be cream forms, troche forms, capsule forms, inhaler forms, injectable forms, rectal rockets. I know how much we all love that one.
I don't know that we were expecting that.
All right, so tell me about the
Let's talk about your book.
Yeah, so tell me about the book, because I understand you wrote a book about medical marijuana, or cannabis, I should say, and you've broken a lot of things down. Tell what's in this book.
I wrote this book specifically for my providers. Like next weekend, I'm speaking at the American Academy of Pain Management in Orlando, and my doctors are going nuts. I have over 4,000 pre-orders now. I had 100 over at this event that I did this weekend, the Southeast Medical Cannabis Conference with Montel Williams. And this book is a medical reference guide. It's a PDR. Doctors are used to having PDRs, medical reference guides, in their offices because they can't remember everything. So they go back and they reference, certain disease and then how to prescribe. And then they have the supporting data in there. So all of the peer-reviewed studies that they say doesn't exist is in there. Everything from epilepsy to Parkinson's to MS to spasticity to
so
gait, to
literally
nervous
it breaks
anxiety.
down the illness and what dose
How to
or what
use it,
marijuana
how to
would work.
dose, yep, how it works in the body. I have everything from critical extraction processes to the different extraction forms, and even charts, molecules, and how the whole endocannabinoid system works with the phytocannabinoids. So really a very
Again,
informative.
words I don't know.
Right. Well, the endocannabinoid system, that's the system that regulates our cannabinoids. So the cannabinoids are the molecules that are in the cannabis plant that activate, certain brain cells.
Okay, really
for mood.
quickly, tell us about the conference and how can people get involved.
That was how can people get
Yeah,
involved?
because you have one that's
Well, you
coming, right?
mentioned Montel Williams was at this last one this
Oh my
weekend.
gosh,
Who else was
yes.
part of
I
that?
had the honor, and they had called me last minute to come in and be a part of this. Now they want me to speak, all over, everywhere.
Wow.
All over. I'm going to Mexico, I'm going to Spain, I'm going to Canada. Yeah, but this is Art 420. I mean, a huge lobbyist. Over here you have, big powerhouse attorneys, people that are really fighting the fight for the sick people. It's a really phenomenal group of people that are just so compassionate and so passionate about this industry and making change and making sure people are living clean, non-GMO, 100% organic, and getting people off of toxic polypharma.
Well, I know those who actually just need this medical marijuana or medical cannabis are rooting for you and all the work that you've done. So good for you there. And you guys can find out more information about Jenny or some of the things she's working on at her facility, Age Vital Pharmacies on Main Street in downtown Sarasota. And next, when we come back, we're going to take Manatee County's new television. We're going to have a spotlight on that, and we'll be right back.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Until recently, getting older meant losing your energy, memory, sex drive, even gaining weight, but it doesn't have to.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jenny Wilkins, owner of Age Vital Pharmacy Research and Wellness. Reversing or slowing the effects of aging can be as simple as supplementing vitamins, minerals, and hormones that your body needs in order to look and feel young again. At Age Vital, we do this without taking harmful prescription drugs that often have a longer list of side effects than benefits. Growing older doesn't mean you have to feel older. Age well, Age Vital.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
And welcome back. This coming Sunday is Father's Day. And if you're still scratching your head over what to get Dad, there are some great options for subscription delivery services. And today we lucked out because our guest host, Will Luera, isn't just a father. He's also a subscription box connoisseur. Yes. All right, well, I've heard about you.
Yes.
So tell me how many of these services you subscribe to.
Active right now, 13.
Wow.
Depending on like the time of year, the season, I'll fluctuate. So for example, if I have a little too much clothes, I'll pause a couple of them, right? But now the summer season is hitting, so I reactivated some of the clothes one, so I could see what I get.
Kind of like rotating them out, huh?
Exactly, yeah.
All right, so tell us how it works for those who really don't understand about the subscription services.
So I have a bunch of different, as you know, subscription boxes. Some fall into wine, some fall into foods. The ones I'm going to be looking at today are more for the dads, the men out there. So the first few are they're basically a gentleman beauty product type of boxes, and those would go. So we have Bespoke Post is one of my favorite ones. We have Birchbox, Gentleman's Club, and what they do is they'll send you a little box with a bunch of little things inside, and usually you don't. I mean, you can look up online to see what they're sending you. I don't look. I just like to see what I get. Right?
So this is one of the
this
things
is one of the things. Like, so this little thing, and actually, this one, it went on the trip with me. All right, I kept all of my things in here, all of my my hygienic products. So we're kept in this little one. Right, this is from Razor MD. Nice little, like very retro looking. Right, but some other things you might get. Right.
So when you open it, you get.
So here's a little thing. Like this is a little travel thing to make an old fashioned. Right, so it gives you a little recipe, and this is specifically for being on an airplane, right? So all you need to do,
you can make it yourself.
Exactly, you just ask for the liquor, then you get all your ingredients, and all, look at that.
And this is part of Birchbox.
Yes, this little thing. Yeah, this little thing came in that. Another thing you might get. I mean, I love these. I don't wear a lot of sunglasses, but this is one of my go-tos right here. Came to, and then you get like you'll get face scrubs and you get hair gels, stuff like that.
It's like a grab bag for
Dad. Yeah, it is. And socks. Now, one of the big ways that subscription boxes have changed my life, socks. I've come to appreciate socks, and I get so many comments. I am married, but I get so many comments from women who are like, "You've got great socks." Thank you.
I've never said that to a man.
All right, so let's go to the next.
Socks,
Speaking of socks, categories, you also get clothing.
Clothing, yes. In fact, this is what I'm wearing right here. This came from Bombfell, one of the subscription boxes. This belt that I also have, this came from 5-4 Club. Okay, so and 5-4 Club usually sends jeans and shirts, and they're great. They're a great seasonal subscription box. Again, as a dad, I can't really keep up with the fads and all that. They make me look good, and I'm very happy about it.
You are always well dressed.
And so many other things, a backpack.
He's still pulling out of this
speaker.
thing. Like
Mary Poppins
look at this great little speaker. This comes from Loot Crate. Yeah, I mean, look at this guy that to go on my suit jacket. Looks a lot like my beef jerky flour, right? So many little things, little tool sets like that. Yeah, look at that.
All right. Well, Dad will never leave the house again. All you got to do is subscribe to one of these services, and you will be good.
Yep.
Oh, it goes on and on.
Yeah, this backpack's great.
All right, coming up, we'll have our summer reading list. We'll be right back.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Get ready for the most hair-raising event of the summer. Belt Entertainment and the Ringling Museum present international circus superstar Bello Nah in Incredibello, a gravity-defying, laughter-inducing, Super Stunt Performance, live in the historic Oslo Theater. Don't miss out on the must-see event of the summer, Incredibello, playing June 13th through July 29th. For tickets, visit ringling.org today.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
The official salon of ABC7.
Keep up with your investments and market trends by watching the ABC7 Stock Report. Get a recap of all the day's stock market activity. Be sure to watch your Suncoast News at 6 for the ABC7 Stock Report, sponsored by Sunset Cadillac.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. If you were just joining us, we have Chef Josh from Finn's at Sharky's in our kitchen. Now, I know that the Savor Sarasota menu of yours is going to continue through the summer, but I want to talk about your Jasper Grill. It's one of my favorite things about the restaurant. Tell us about it.
The Jasper Grill is a unique oven/grill that we received, and there was only 17 in the U.S. Wow. It's got 2-inch thick steel walls that go all the way around it. It heats up to 1,200 degrees. Wow. We only got that hot one time, and it started bowing the front door. So it took a couple of us to hold it shut.
So we won't be doing that again?
So we stay at about 900 degrees now. It's
Great
got
for steaks, right? But also other types of meat as well?
Absolutely, all different types of seafood. For Father's Day, we actually have a barbecued shrimp that's going to go with a blackened T-bone.
Nice. It sounds great. Well, we don't have a Jasper Grill, but we do have you in the kitchen, so we can't wait to join you later on. You're not quite as hot, but not quite 1,200 degrees. All right, we'll join you a little later on.
Look forward to it. Thanks.
Oh, this is the perfect time of year to relax on a lounge chair with a really good book. Elsie Sousa from Books One is here with us today with her paperback summer reading list. These are perfect books for just relaxing, throwing in your bag, and heading to the pool or the patio. Right, Elsie?
Yes, good morning to all.
Look at the hours of joy here.
So let me tell you, so my first...
And all of these are at Bookstore One right now?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Great. And remember, we live in an area that's all year round, so we're here to enjoy everything downtown, whether it's FST or whatever. We do book clubs at the bookstore all summer long. We have authors coming in twice a week, so come downtown, go to lunch, go to FST, and come to Bookstore One, and you'll love it.
Oh, it sounds good. I've looked at this several times. My grandmother told me to tell you she's sorry.
Right, so it's the story of this grandmother and this 7-year-old wonderful granddaughter, and the grandmother tells her granddaughter in her will that she has to go tell everyone that she's sorry for what she's done. Oh. It's a remarkable story, and you'll love it. It's really good, I tell you.
Oh, that one I've got to put in my bag. Yes,
absolutely.
And this next one.
Linda's going to do that.
I'll go tell my granddaughter, go tell everybody I'm sorry. I thought it was just one old boyfriend, but no, it's everybody.
You don't have anyone to tell anything you're sorry about.
Well, what about this one?
Winter Garden is by Kristen Hanna, who did The Nightingale. That was very popular this year. But she has a series of historical novels that she's done. And this one is set in Russia, and you'll really love that one, too. One of my favorites is Andrea Camilleri, who actually writes mystery books, but he's written this remarkable book called The Revolution of the Moon. There's a viceroy in Sicily. He passes away. His wife becomes the viceroy.
Oh.
And she changes all of what happens in Sicily in 28 days by the revolution of the moon. So you will love it. Women,
oh, wow.
Women can get done faster than what men
Yeah.
can.
There you go.
I think I like that lady.
You like that.
What about Magpie Murders?
So this is the one I brought that actually is a hardcover. Magpie Murders is by Anthony Horowitz. If you've seen Midsummer Murders on PBS, or if you remember Foyle's War, he was the screenwriter. This is a remarkable story of a gentleman who writes a novel, and he dies, and the play is found, and it actually incorporates the fact that he was murdered. And so it's a novel within a novel. And I tell you, I think it's going to be the hit of the year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good to know. What is this?
Rules of Civility has been out for a couple of years, Amor Tolls, but it's a great story in the 1930s set in New York City. So it's this really cool kind of story of this couple and what they go through living the romance of the 30s. So, yeah, enjoy.
Nice.
I thought maybe it was rules of manners, how to behave. But no, maybe sometimes how not to behave.
Yeah, sometimes in Manhattan, we're not sure what the rules of civility are, but anyway.
And with that, is this one of the books that you think is going to have a resurgence? Because you said it's been out for a while.
It has been, but it continues to be. And there's been Mr. Tolls has actually written another book that's out now, A Man in Moscow, and which is a bestseller. So yeah, it's a great read for the summer, and a nice lounge, and you look really great doing it.
You look intelligent.
Exactly. James Patterson is one of America's most prolific writers, and what he's done is, and I'll just show you, he has done these tiny shorts, he calls them.
Yeah, let me see.
A book shorts. Yeah, exactly. So you can see how it's just for one sitting you could do that at the beach, or
is it like short stories?
No, it's an actual whole. It's a whole book, but it's like small. Yeah, and he's done that. So there's a whole collection of those, which is really cool.
Very interesting.
Nice. And then for anyone in your life, if you want to look really intellectual, and you don't have to be, but Neil deGrasse Tyson is one of America's. God, he's a hero, and he's the director of the Hayden Planetarium in New York. And he's written this astrophysics for people in a hurry, so you can find out anything you want about.
It's like astrophysics for dummies.
Wow. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But look at, he's so famous, and he just makes it so simple to understand the stars in the universe.
He speaks and writes. And a big favorite on the Suncoast. I know he was here as part of the Ringling College Library Series a couple years ago, and everyone still loves him.
I was a physics major, and like I'm looking at that book.
A physics major?
Yes, I was.
Oh
yeah, going back to
now you do that?
yes, I was a physics computer science double major, and I'm looking at that book and I'm drooling.
Well, we'll go ahead and give you this one right now. Linda's going to put that one in her purse.
Elsie, you better watch these ones.
Yeah.
You're going to go home with a lighter bag.
Well, I've got to go down there and choose for myself. There's so much to see. There's always some great reads and great ideas at Bookstore One on Main Street. What a beautiful place, Elsie. Or you can, of course, find them online. Next, don't adjust your volume. Bobeth is going to get voice lessons from the Music Compound.
They'd be turning it up.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that, and with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Haley Wilgus. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. The Coast Guard has a new warning for boaters across the Suncoast. Why new signs are being posted all this week along New Pass in Sarasota Bay. Plus more store closings on the horizon, which popular children's clothing line is now filing for bankruptcy. Now let's head over to Bob.
Well, Haley, a lot of clouds around today. Not a lot of rainfall. But we've had some scattered showers around. Now we're starting to see some developing, especially down to our south. Currently at the airport, we have 91 degrees right now. Look at that heat index, 98. It's warm. It's muggy. It's not all that sunny, but we have had some sunshine to really warm things up. There are those storms I mentioned moving up from the south right now, and you can see it's spreading northward near Northport and also toward Inglewood at this time. Inglewood getting hammered now with some very heavy rainfall. It's all moving off to the northwest. We'll have much more on this and the rest of the week's weather coming up at 5.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
What's a nice Jewish girl to do when she can't introduce her WASP boyfriend to her conservative parents? Hire an actor. Hilarious and insightful, Bo Jest is at the Player Center June 14th through the 25th, and it's your ticket to a sizzling summer. Call the Players at 365-2494 or visit theplayers.org. Don't miss Bo Jest.
Since 1928, Kerastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Kerastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
There's an old proverb that says, those who wish to sing will always find a song. Well, today might be the day for Bo Beth. We've teased her about her singing voice, but it really is that bad. And the Music Compound here on the Suncoast offers lessons on all instruments, including the human voice. Joining us today is the music director, Denise Verheuel, and Denise Verheuel.
Verheuel?
Verheuel, I got it right. I was going to make it rhyme with fuel. For Denise Verheuel. And Denise, you say that anybody can learn to sing?
Absolutely. If you can speak and you have some vocal architecture, which everybody does, then you know that you can sing.
And it benefits you even if you're not going to turn professional?
Why do you keep looking at me? Look, I have self-esteem.
You may have quite a challenge on your hand today with all of us, except Joey and Will. Can you really teach her to sing?
Absolutely, because I've been hearing her talk, and she has such a lovely vocal architecture to her voice.
Look at that.
So because you have that architecture already, it's just a matter of getting the same mechanism, the way that you speak, then to sing.
Let's do it. Let's teach her.
All right, so what do I start with?
All right, so we all actually have our straws ready to go, and the first thing about singing is breathing. I'm sure you all have heard that before. So the breathing, which is very healthy, and we need to make sure that we breathe from the diaphragm, breathing as low as you can, and the straw helps you not over breathe, because we don't want to sound like a radio, and have all that frequency
like
and all that air. So you want to make sure you get rid of the air. And you blow through your straw. Then you add a hum to it. And you can put it to notes, so it'd be like this.
It vibrates. Is it supposed to tickle a little?
Yes,
Okay.
you'll hear and you'll also feel it in different places. The lower notes you'll feel more here, the resonance, and then the upper notes you should feel up here. So if you go higher, and now low, You feel that difference?
I did.
And another thing that we use with children is a fun game for them to do. So are you ready for
Okay,
that?
well, Beth, let's go for it.
We have to concentrate the air, because a lot of times when people singing, they use too much air, and we only very small percentage of air can go through the vocal cords anyway. So to train that focus of air, try to move that cotton ball.
By blowing it?
You can do this.
Combo Beth.
There you go. So that's good. And then you can have, we set up braces. It's kind of funny. And that way it just gets the body the physical feel of proper singing, proper breathing, and you can benefit from all the health benefits as well. So now, try to go all the way up. How about, are you ready?
I guess.
All right, so let me hear you now. Take away the straw, but you're actually going to keep it right here in front, so you can have that mental awareness of keeping the air very focused. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Good, now you notice that spot in your voice, and that's why I am in business. There is a spot in your voice that actually is a break. It's a, scientifically, and you had to go over that spot. So do that again, and you'll be able to hear it and feel it. And boop, 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 boop. Do you see how it changes there?
Oh, wow, Bobette.
Now, you're going to get over that by just starting on the top. Boo! Boo! There you go. Boo! Boo! That's it.
With us. We're going to let Bobette practice a while. And
I can make noises. I can't say words.
This is what you'll get, right? Introduce your student.
Absolutely. Camilla. This is Camilla Brumell, and she was just featured in the Sarasota's Got Talent at the Music Compound, and then she just sang last Friday night, and the movie Sing is very popular, and the song is Don't Worry About a Thing, which has a wonderful message to it. And it's not Stevie Wonder's, it's Tori Kelly's version, but today it's Camilla's version.
Everybody's got a thing, but some don't know how to handle it. Always reaching out and being, just taking the things not worth having. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing, mama. 'Cause I'll be standing on the side when you check it out. They say your style's a life of drag, and then you must go other places, just so you feel too bad when you get fooled by the smiling faces. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing, mama. 'Cause I'll be standing on the side when you check it out. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing.
I aspire to be her.
I see you in the future there. You can sign up for music lessons with the Music Compound. They also have a kids' summer camp, and you can get more information at their website. Next, a familiar face is appearing at the Historic Oslo this summer. You might recognize his hair.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. Gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Starting this week, a familiar hairdo will take residence at the historic Oslo Theater. We're talking about comic daredevil Bello Knock. The circus headliner, who's also a Suncoast resident, is going to perform Incredibello. It features many other circus performers, including Ringling Brothers ringmaster David Shipman and Bello's daughter Annalise, who's also a Guinness World Record holder. The show runs all summer through the end of July. You can get tickets at ringling.org. And when we come back, we're going into the kitchen with Fins at Sharky's.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at 5 o'clock. New rules on how to grow and sell medical marijuana in Florida. How the decisions made in Tallahassee will affect operations here on the Suncoast. In Suncoast Traffic Watch right now, no crashes in the area, but we're seeing US 41 backed up in downtown Sarasota. It's in northbound lanes right near Fruitville Road. Now over to Bob for another look at our weather.
It's got a lot of clouds today, and the rain has been held at check for a long time. But today, we're starting to see showers and storms break out, mainly into South Sarasota and now into Manatee County as well. We're seeing some lightning strikes recently near Englewood, Northport. You're getting some rain and lightning nearby there. More rain on the way as that moves off toward the northwest, and these showers just popping up into downtown Bradenton, Palmetto, making the commute a little bit rough going there. Also, other showers developing now into western portions of Hardee County. More rain in the forecast through this evening. Details at 5.
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received J.D. Power Awards for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
It's summer on the Suncoast, and you know what that means.
It's Friday Fest season, and you're invited. Hi, I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Join ABC7 at the Van Wezel on June 16th for some rockin' rhythm and blues when Doug Denning and the Jewel Tones take the stage.
Bring your friends and rock on till the sun goes down.
For more information, call this number.
Or go to mysuncoast.com/FridayFest.
Coming up Tuesday on Suncoast View, are you stuck on what to get Dad this Father's Day? We're going to help you shop local with some unique Father's Day gift ideas from St. Armand's Circle. We'll help make a difference in the lives of shelter dogs with the Humane Society. We'll show you how easy it is for you to help. Plus, we'll talk retirement in Money Matters, and Muse at the Ringling is in the kitchen.
Welcome back. We're here with Chef Josh from Fins at Sharky's. So what are we cooking up today, Josh?
We are going to do a tequila shrimp. I have already made a chorizo saffron rice. I made a little bit of red cabbage with some aged balsamic glaze and jerk spice. And if you guys would like to help me, you can make me some chimichurri.
Love it. All right. Let's get on this.
This is scallion, cilantro, and parsley. You're just going to dump that right in the bowl.
Okay, here it comes, Will.
All right.
Just kind of scoop it in there.
Watch us miss the bowl.
Right.
You said it was easy.
Excellent.
And you want to pour about half the oil in, and then just kind of grind it with the pestle.
Okay.
You can do this. You have a degree in physics.
Yes. You understand friction and pressure.
And then after you grind it for a bit, you're going to add the rest of the oil, give it a stir, and that's it.
Wow.
That's it. Little salt and pepper.
All right.
And that'll be it.
I've never known what was in chimichurri.
Now we know.
There you go. And over here, we're going to go ahead and saute some shrimp, if you want to help me out. Just drop it in ever so gently because it is hot.
Those are big shrimp. That's big size shrimp.
These are U8 shrimp. We have worked with bigger, but we decided that people probably wouldn't order it. These are actually about 2 ounces a piece. So it puts you at around 7 ounces of protein after it cooks some of the water out.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So once we sear one side of the shrimp, we'll go ahead and flip it over. We deglaze the pan with tequila, a squeeze of lime, and then a little agave nectar.
Didn't make its way into the kitchen today. Probably a good move on a Monday.
You know, I disguised it in a squirt bottle.
Oh, all right. Secret's out.
So you said flip it over.
Yep.
If I can get them over.
You're doing a great job.
Yeah,
All right, and then the tequila.
Yep.
That's the tequila?
Now, if you have an open flame at home, please don't push the tequila. You want to pull the pan from the burner if you have a gas flame
As you
before
were
you add
telling me
some.
earlier, you're hot, but not hot enough to burn you.
It will be hot enough to burn you, I promise.
All right, like this.
And then the agave nectar goes in. Just kind of distribute.
thing?
Yep. And what that does is after you let that go for about 10-15 minutes on medium heat, then it'll reduce into a sauce, and you just baste the shrimp with that sauce afterwards. But don't forget the lime. You got to squeeze the lime in there.
I forgot the lime.
How long is it?
There you go.
It's going to take 15 minutes for the shrimp to cook?
15 minutes for the sauce to reduce, and then you baste.
Okay.
So right now we're on a lower heat because of the liquid added, and then we lower down to a medium to low heat.
Oh.
So then it simmers, and then as it simmers, you baste the shrimp.
I see.
And cooking at a lower temperature helps it from tightening up and drying out.
And then that tequila is just nice and just
Absolutely.
making the aroma.
And this is one of the dishes on your Savor Sarasota menu that you're going to continue.
This will be one of the headline dishes on the Savor Sarasota, We also have the pork belly on the appetizer, and we have 3 different desserts. So
In fact, you have the pork belly right here, right?
That's right. That's what it'll look like.
Oh.
And so you get a little bit of cabbage on there, and it'll have a apple glaze that's going to go with it.
So what will we be serving the shrimp with?
So the shrimp will be going with the chorizo rice. And so what we'll do is we'll make a nice, if you can see the purple color that comes off of cabbage when you braise it, I absolutely love it. So we put a little bit of that in the bottom, a little bit of this rice. And what we'll do in the end is we will stack the shrimp straight up on 3 in a line. I brought 4 shrimp because there's 4 of you guys. But
we would have thought of it.
Right,
So that was
right.
nice of you. Well, as you're plating, I also don't want to miss the final course, which I'm going to go to dessert first. Tell us about the dessert.
So the dessert is our chocolate mousse that we're actually known for. Yeah, you can go right on top there. And the chocolate mousse that we were known for, it's been on our menu for the last 3 years. Chef Mark Alton, my partner in crime.
They're slowly disappearing from the shop, by the way.
And so he actually ended up pairing it with a peanut butter whipped cream in the bottom of it.
Wow, we can't wait to dive in. All the courses sound delicious. Thank you, Chef Josh. Fins at Sharky's, and they are going to continue their Savor Sarasota menus. There's a lot to look forward to. Will, thank you so much. I hope that you finally get to rest.
Thank you.
After your big trip.
I'm sure
Don't
he has
forget.
a subscription box for that.
He'll rest up. Take some time. Enjoy the Suncoast view.